December 17th Parker Town Council meeting. I do have a favor, though. If your last name is Toborg and you're under the age of 19, can you please come forward? Jeff, I was expecting your wife to come down, too, because she's like barely 19, you know. All right. You guys get to lead us in the most important part of the meeting tonight, and that is the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? So, if everyone please rise. So here's that way it's going to work, guys. First off, you've already got it down. You got to smile real big. All right, now you got the smile going on, too. We're going to turn around. We're going to, oh, we've got even more. All right, get in close like you guys like each other. It's Christmas time.
Is there any more, or are they just going to keep?
Yeah, I know. Do we need to wait a few minutes, or we're good? We're good? Okay. So we're going to turn around, and everyone who's behind you, don't worry, they're not looking at you. You're good.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They're looking at you. It's okay. Everyone's going to be quiet until we hear you start the Pledge of Allegiance. Then everyone will kick in and join in. Sound good? All right. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excellent. Good job, guys. Way to go. See, that wasn't too bad, now was it? All right. All right, council, I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and sign in for me, please.
No way, dude.
Nope. No way. Are you gonna abstain?
I'm abstaining from being present.
Oh, I guess I gotta hit my button too.
I'm just passing out.
It was my.
They didn't light up.
Do we got to reset it there, Carol? Hey, first night for these guys, for the new people. We got technology to break down.
It's not high tech either.
It's the most fitting thing in the
I know. It's just,
I kid you not.
everyone's button.
Everybody click your buttons.
Mine's yes. Mine's
I'm clicking. Oh, mine's yes. Haha.
Debbie. You can't.
Mine's working.
Yeah, Debbie's just not working.
John, show Debbie how to click them.
Mine's working.
Mine's working. Look at your clickers. Are the green lights on, everybody?
Yeah.
All righty. So we're gonna go ahead and close the meeting. Debbie's isn't working. All right, we're just gonna do roll call in.
You can let me work on the iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Josh Martin.
Here.
Amy.
Here.
Josh.
Here.
Mayor's present. Renee.
Here.
Debbie.
Here.
John.
Here.
All right, all council members are present. First item on our agenda tonight is the approval of minutes. We have two sets of minutes, one from November 26, 2018, one for December 3rd. So council, I'd entertain a motion on 2A, minutes of November 26, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Amy and a second from Renee. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. And next is the approval of minutes from December 3rd, 2018.
Oh, so moved.
Second.
Motion by Josh and a second by Renee. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. All right, next item is item 3, acknowledgement of service of council members. Council, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to kind of step down there. And Amy, would you mind joining me down there for just a little bit, please?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to.
Awfully quiet all of a sudden. You guys can make noises. So, before we get into my 2.5 hours of how much I love it, a few people laugh who know me. I was driving down there, and those of you who do know me know that I have a certain affinity for really cheesy 80s movies and good science fiction movies and stuff like that. And there's one of my favorite is the Indiana Jones series.
Woohoo!
Now, we can have debates over the proper order of how you watch Indiana Jones movies and which one's the best and which one's not very good, this or that. But in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, raise your hand if you've seen that, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. All right, so you guys are going to get this. Those of you who didn't raise your hand, first off, shame on you. Second off, go rent it, get Netflix and see it. There's a part at the end where there's a knight from the Crusades who's guarding the chalice, the Holy Grail, right? And this knight says to Indiana Jones as he comes through there, he says, "Why do you seek the glory of the cup of Christ? Do you seek it for your glory, or do you seek it for the glory of others?" And that is indicative of what we're all up here as elected officials. And that's a question that we have to ask ourselves constantly. Are we here for our own personal glory, or are we here for the glory of the 53,000 people who live in this amazing town that we call home? Well, I first met Amy a long time ago. She was like 14 years old, and it was through, we were in the same, well, actually, we met before Rotary, I think. But it was really, we first in the Cherokee Valley Rotary Club of Parker, which I was the second president of that club, so that's been a long, long time, and you were right about that same time. And one of the things that first impressed me with Amy was she was one of the most diligent, hard workers I've ever met in a volunteer capacity. If anybody needed anything, or anybody had any idea, any crazy cockamamie fundraiser, or some way to help out a service project or anything, Amy was not only there to step up and say, I'd like to help out with it, but in most cases, Amy was there to really add a demonstrable positive impact on each of those events, whether it was small or large. Experience and knowledge, truthfully second to none in government and in community work and in business. And over the years, it has been an absolute pleasure to get to work with Amy. And now we dance. In the capacity that we have over the years. I remember vividly when we were having our Rotary meetings at the War Horse. And Amy came up to me and said, I'm thinking of running for town council. And I said, what a wonderful idea. Do you guys remember the word that has been run? I said, what a wonderful idea for you to take a look at that. You know, and we talked about the pros and cons, you know, what's involved with being a council member. And I remember one of the things I said to her at the beginning back then was, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared because you are no longer Amy Holland. You have to be willing to give up the I and take on the we. And that was the biggest piece of advice, and she embraced that wholeheartedly. And over the years that you've been here serving the town of Parker, you've not only made Parker a better place, but you have made the lives of those people who call Parker home better because of your willingness to put their well-being and their best interests above your own. So thank you very much, Amy, for on behalf of those people, for making Parker the community it is. It's an honor. It has been an honor to serve as your mayor, and I speak on behalf of your colleagues back here, to serve on council with you. And one of the shining glories that we have here in Parker because of you is our incredible and amazing Pace Center. And so on behalf of the town, here is this beautiful, it's metal, really nice, in recognition of your dedicated service to Parker 2010 through 2018, with a beautiful picture of the Pace Center right on front.
Wow.
Well, and I think it's just kind of funny because you think, you know, during the last few months, what would I get up here and say? And we didn't practice this or anything, so this truly was a we effort. I could not have done this without all my colleagues. Scott Jackson, you're somewhere there, you are back there. He was one of the ones that was in the very beginning of running for office, and with both Josh and I. And it was a we effort. And with all of your support, again, my colleagues, you as mayor, David Castellano as mayor, our incredible staff, but it's also the community. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Thank you.
So Josh, just go ahead and come on down. It takes a little bit longer to come on down. So what am I going to say about Josh?
I'm probably not the only one that's a little concerned.
How many kids are No, but before I start roasting one of my best friends here, I do want to ask all of you guys to indulge us in a favor.
So, I got elected. My daughter right there was 3 years old. She's now turning 11 today. Her name is Cooper, so we're going to sing her happy birthday, but I'm going to need some help.
Come on, Cooper, you got to stand up. You can't do happy birthday sit down.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cooper.
first thing Josh's kids said to me today when they came in is they said to his wife, Shauna, Mr. Mayor's not going to make us come up and say the Pledge of Allegiance again.
We have the Tupperware kids.
So, Jeff, that's what your kids are going to get to do for a long time now. But, no. So I also had the honor of meeting Josh in a personal capacity long before he decided to run for office. And right away, I mean, we were really our kindred spirits. We have a lot of the similar philosophies in life. Just like to hang out, have a good time, and we're both men of advanced proportions, I guess. What you guys might not know, and I'm going to tell you this right now so you don't think I'm being mean, but one of my favorite pastimes is to tease my good buddy about how he's only 4/5 of a man anymore because another fifth of him is in a landfill somewhere. But when I first met Josh, this big, huge dude,
Mini Cooper.
he drove a Mini Cooper with a license plate that said Big Daddy. And one of my favorite memories was me, Josh, we had two other, maybe Doug, it wasn't Doug Click, I can remember, a couple other big guys from Rotary piled into this Mini Cooper, which is about the size of a postage stamp. Now, surprisingly, once you were in it, it was pretty darn comfortable. But getting out of it, it must have looked like a couple of hippos falling out of, a bucket of rice or something. It was crazy how it's getting in and out of that thing. But over the years, Josh has been a personal friend. He's been a dedicated servant to the town of Parker. He's been a wonderful sounding board and addition to town council for the last 8 years. We've worked together on many committees, on ICSC, on Dr. Cog, on a lot of different ways that he's been able to bring his wealth of community experience from being a director at the Boys and Girls Club to his personal business experiences as a small business owner. And he and I were the two that created the Business in Transition program for the town of Parker, which was the first program in the nation to help support local small businesses at a point of positive transition. And from that, I know I've talked to mayors and elected officials across the country on that program. I'm sure he is as well. Josh has worked tirelessly, weekends, night times, holidays, to make sure that Parker is the best place to call home. And where I do tease him about his leg, it was been, the jokes we made, and we have a council member from Lone Tree here, so that's why I'm kind of making it this way, that there is a wing, there must be a wing at Sky Ridge Hospital named for Josh, because there was a period of about 12 to 18 months or so where it seemed like every other weekend he was in there leaving money in Lone Tree instead of Parker. So congratulations, Lone Tree. Yeah, but truthfully, Josh has been a confidant in a lot of ways, beyond just the obvious of how he's helped Parker become a great place. Mostly, I think what I'm going to miss is it's going to be difficult to not have one of my best friends up here supporting the community that we all call home and working so hard to make sure that Parker is a great place for our future generations. So, Josh, on behalf of those future generations, we have a little something for you here. I teased him about his leg, but what really kind of ticks me off is that even with only one leg, he can still play a better round of golf than I can any day of the week. And that's not being self-deprecating, it's absolutely true, and I don't know how he does it, but he does. But at the end of the day, Parker is the place we are because of his involvement, so we have for you, Josh, another metal plate here with our police department. Somewhat fitting.
I've seen every square inch.
In recognition of your dedicated service to Parker, 2010 to 2018, thank you very much, Josh, for being part of our great community. About his colorful vernacular, and he's going to make sure to keep it good for us.
So I was told it had to be PG, which anybody that knows me, that's really not my best thing. But sort of funny, I guess got asked and discussed about running for town council in 2009, and a group of people invited me to this room, and I thought it was an intervention. I was a little excited. And it was a group of about 20 or 30 business owners who come and said, have you ever thought of running for town council? I was sort of the quote-unquote typical Parker guy. I would literally fly into town on Friday afternoon. A lot of times I would fly out on Sunday. I really didn't know what the town did or didn't do. So I came to every council meeting and study session for a year. to just learn what actually happens. Is it something I can do? Do I think that I have the ability, the desire? Because it is a lot of time, and as anybody up here can tell you, it's a lot of time, and you're spending that away from your family. And if I own a business, so you're spending a little time from that. For some reason, decided it was a great idea, and then did it again 4 years later, which maybe is even more surprising. But really, it was my privilege. Our town has a phenomenal staff, which we rely on heavily. I mean, they do all the heavy lifting, and then we kind of take it from there. So the town is in great hands, from that perspective for sure. And it's just a matter of continuing to move the town forward. I moved here in 2003. My wife and I bought a house. We sat there and wondered how we were ever even going to buy enough furniture to fill all the rooms. And now I have kids and I need a bigger house because they seem to just accumulate stuff. I don't really know how exactly that happens. So, but honestly, it was my privilege. I was happy to do it. I'm happy to be done doing it and turning over the reins to some other folks to keep moving the community forward, because that's frankly where we're going. So thank you, I appreciate it.
And one last piece though, we all owe Shauna a big, not only thank you, but a big I'm sorry, because now he's going to be home every Monday.
That discussion actually already happened. Then what are we going to do with that?
I had the same discussion with her, and she was like, "Can we change the code real quick to make him serve another 4 years so to get him?" No. So Josh, thank you very much. Okay. Next up on our agenda, I am going to invite up Judge Seidel and turn the reins over.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members, Madam Clerk, Town of Parker staff, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here tonight. When court is held in this room, people come because they have to be here. Tonight's a wonderful night because you're all here because you want to be here. Tonight we celebrate the democratic system. We celebrate those who have served, those who have stepped up to serve, and we celebrate the citizens who have participated and voted so that we can be here. Thank you all. 2 quotes, if you don't mind, to remind us of what we're doing here tonight. First of all, elections remind us not only of the rights, but the responsibilities of citizenship in a democracy. And the second, voting is how we participate in the civic society, be it for president, be it for a municipal election. It's the way we teach our children how to be citizens and the importance of their voice. So with that, we will proceed to swear in alphabetical order. Cheryl Pope, if you come on down, please.
Oh, you're fine. When he's not saying Mr. Martin.
Jill, if you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Cheryl Pope,
I, Cheryl Pope,
solemnly swear by the ever-living God
solemnly swear by the ever-living God,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and the charter and ordinances
and the charter and ordinances
of the town of Parker,
of the town of Parker,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter. Thank you. Thank you to the citizens of Parker, family and friends. I think we've got a big job for us, but serving the community is my passion. I'm really excited to get started and join the group up here. So thank you.
That was her last chance to run for something.
Run away, huh?
Jeff Gilmore? It's a good looking room. Yeah, they take up the ball.
Good thing.
Where's Jim Asher, who thinks everyone looks like my kid does? You raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Jeff Gilmore,
I, Jeff Gilmore,
solemnly swear by the ever-living God
solemnly swear by the ever-living God
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and of the state of Colorado
and of the state of Colorado
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and the charter and the ordinances of the town of Parker,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
So I just want to say a few words. It was a pleasure to run in this election, not just because I won, because I ran with some really great people, and I personally consider them friends. Todd, Terry Dodd, Cheryl, thank you guys for the phenomenal campaign we had. It was a pleasure. I want to thank obviously my family, my beautiful wife Melissa, who has been the backbone of our family forever, and she lets me go do crazy stuff like this and keeps the fire burning. To my son Preston, my son Ashton, and my son Emily, these two kids. Did I say son? Yeah.
And it was on Facebook Live.
Tom, can you run that back? So these two guys, if you ever plan to run for town council, they can get one of those big signs in the ground stood up in 5.24 seconds. So they're your guys, and I appreciate it very much. My father-in-law, Rich Wild, Melissa's dad, to thank you for all your help. And to my daughter, Emily, who was the one that kept me grounded the entire time. Believe me, that one moment where I thought I was ahead, it wasn't going to happen. And they all put up with having their name flashed in front of their schools and having their teachers talk about them. So I thank you all very much, and especially to Melissa, the true love of my life. And I'd be remiss if I didn't call out Kurt, Jeff, and Omar. Thank you guys so much for your support. The text that I got, the keep going, one more day, and I really appreciate it. And thank you all very much. So thank you, and thank you to the citizens of Parker. I am humbled. Thank you.
Okay, need my tribe. Tribe. Yeah. Need my tribe. I need my tribe. I need the tribe.
Get Facebook Live.
Apparently, no voices are most people.
Well, we submit it. You may raise your right hand, please. I, Renee Williams,
I, Renee Williams,
solemnly swear by the ever-living God
solemnly swear by the ever-living God
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Anyways, thank you, everybody. Parker is my home, and this is my family, and I just really appreciate everybody and everything that happens in our fabulous town, and I look forward to being able to serve for 4 more years. It truly is a gift, and there's Tina back there. Hi, Tina. You didn't come down. But love you all. Thank you for everything, and I have a couple of gifts. Jeff Tober, as much as it pains me, where is he? Sorry. Spaghetti sauce. There isn't inside though. But, you know.
I was worried it was gonna be like a severed hand or something.
But then I couldn't just give it to Jeff without giving it to Cheryl, right? So Cheryl. Spaghetti sauce. Frozen. And it's frozen, yeah. And then I couldn't not do the outgoing people, and just for full disclosure, Jim is the cook, not me. So spaghetti sauce. Thank you, Spaghetti sauce. Anyways, let's go to Vines. Thank you. We're done.
All right. Thanks, Judge. Hey, if everyone could give Judge Seidel a big round of applause as well. While Renee's signing her legal document, what a lot of people don't realize is that the town council has 2.5 employees: the town administrator, the town attorney, and Judge Seidel. Our town administrator has 600 and whatever employees, everyone else who works for the town, but they don't work for the town council. Administrator, attorney, and judge do. But I wanted to say real quick with Judge, we are blessed here because we all interact with the town attorney and with the town administrator on a regular basis, but most citizens don't have the opportunity to interact with Judge Seidel unless they get a speeding ticket. So Debbie all the time, but most citizens don't. But truthfully, we are absolutely blessed in the town of Parker to have someone of Judge Seidel's character, his knowledge, and his willingness to put the citizens of Parker first. We're blessed to have him as a judge. So Judge, thank you very much for all you do for the town of Parker. And with that, we will adjourn at 7:28 p.m. There is a reception with snacks and refreshments in the hallway. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Have a good evening, everybody.